Good morning. Oh, that was a bit croaky. Welcome in to our Monday morning Facebook Live. Looking out on a very grey day and two very fat pigeons who are just sitting huddled up on the fence trying to keep warm, no doubt. But it's nice and warm in here, so we can get cracking and do a bit of crafting. So do pop on and say hello if you're joining us live. Do share this video out and invite others to come and join us. You'll notice that the product of the week lying before you is not the product of the week. These are the catalogues, the new mini that's coming up that's going to go live at the beginning of January, and the celebration catalogue. So I thought what I would do first is something that I haven't done yet, is last week, Thursday I think, I had delivery of my product premiere order. So one of the big benefits of being a demonstrator is you can always get hold of the goodies in the new catalogues early, and one of the benefits of going to the events, the on-stage events, is that you can get some of those things extra early. So I have got some of the things in my box here that were from my product premiere order, and I have to say I've not even really, apart from giving it a quick cursory look, I haven't stopped long enough to have a really good delve through it. But I thought I would quickly share with you this morning what I've got in my box, some of the goodies we've got to look forward to out of these two beautiful catalogues, because at the moment I can only share front covers with you. So let's put these beautiful, and they are beautiful front covers, I have to say, let's put these beautiful front covers to one side, and I'll show you quickly what I've got lurking here in my box. Now, some of these things I've added into it, actually, the 3 stamp sets that I received from going to on stage. Another benefit obviously is that you come away with some freebies, and so I have added those in as well. Let me have a little look, see if I can find some of the extras. Yes, so here is the Timeless Tulips, really beautiful stamp set that has some real gorgeous detail in it. We have that one in our bag on stage, but there is a punch that goes with it, so that has now been added to my collection. So we are set to go on punched out tulips. The Forever Blossom is another stamp set that I had free. It was my prize patrol at on stage, but I'm going to come to that one in a minute because that one pairs up with another one. And my Meadow was the stamp set that I had with for going to centre stage, so that was another free stamp set I had last week. This little gang I think are going to cause quite a stir. The meerkats, they're fabulous, aren't they? The gang's all mere. Look at that little guy peeping at the top there. And that was a celebration set. So rather lovely. This Mountain Air is one of the reversible stamps. So you've got one of the stamps that on one side gives you just the outline, and on the other side gives you the sort of texture, if you like. So if you can see here, you've got sort of like the outline, which you would get if you stamped one side. You'd get the more detailed side if you stamp the other, and the same here. So it automatically gives you that shading as well as the detail. So quite looking forward to using that, and there are dies that go with that somewhere. Let's have a flick through the dies, see if we can. We'll put that one there because that one's coming up. Majestic Mountain dies. There we go. I'm not even opened these dies up yet, but I will do, and we'll get to play with them, I'm sure, in the future. So that's the Majestic Mountain dies and the Mountain Air stamp set. So that's going to make some beautiful scenic cards. Let's see what other dies we have here. That one. So this is the Cherry Blossom die set that goes along with this Forever Blossoms, and that is in the same suite as this Parisian Beauty stamp set that is just stunning, and that's got a set of dies in it as well. I will open these up because this has got, I've seen some lovely things already coming through that are being done with this. Saw a fantastic 3D Eiffel Tower earlier today on one of the Facebook pages with all the blossoms going up the side of it. It was really beautiful. So where are you? Let's open you up. So you get this really detailed Eiffel Tower as well as the outline that cuts out your stamp, and Merci and Amour and lovely swirl. So really beautiful dies that go with that Parisian Beauty stamp set. So I'm looking forward to playing with that. So that's lovely. So that they come in one suite. So that's a gorgeous suite. Under my umbrella, he has a punch that goes with him too somewhere. Yes, here he is. So we have a beautiful bright stamp set, just calling out for colouring in, and then you've got a punch that goes with it, so you can either have your closed umbrella or your opened umbrella. Lots of flowers. Life showers bring love's flowers, showered with love, no matter the weather, we're friends together forever. So yep, that's going to be really lovely. I can see some lovely projects being done with that one. Timeless Tropical, I believe that also has a set of dies somewhere. Yep, in the tropics dies. So this is beautiful, and this beautiful hibiscus flower, just such detail, and these palm trees, they're just gorgeous. They've just got such detail on those stamp sets, and it's again crying out to be coloured in, watercoloured. And as I say, you've got your dies that go with that as well. So really bright and stunning. And this is one of the celebration sets, sending you thoughts. So nice greetings. So quite nice collection on there. So nice one for get well, wishing for happiness, congratulations, thanks. So yeah, lots of things. This is another celebration one, this really lovely cake with all the flowers on it. It's fabulous. This set is called Dressed to Impress. And this again has got dies with it. And there's a really nice die in here that will create a bag. Hi Angie. And you get, this one is a real girly one. You've got perfumes and shoes and lipsticks and flowers. Life is short, buy the shoes. Hello fabulous, be as bold as your lipstick. And you've got these nice sort of watercolory effect stamps that you can use to sort of fill in colour on your outlines if you want to. So I think there's going to be great fun had with that one. The lovely lily pad is also a celebration set. That is a real girly set. Yes, it is, Angie, absolutely. So you've got, this is a celebration set. It's the lovely lily pad, really pretty, and there is dies in the celebration as well that go with that one. That's the lily pad dies. So this is a spend £45, get this free. This is a spend £90, get this free. So yeah, so you can spend to your heart's content on all the beautiful things, knowing you're going to be able to get those ones for free. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Okay, so we'll put that one in there. So we've got this little bundle here, which is the poppies. So we've got painted poppies, which is just stunning, absolutely stunning. And I'm really looking forward to get my hands on that. There was a real buzz about all the poppies on stage. Everybody was really excited. Gives me a quick slurp of water. And this comes as you get 2 stamp sets and 2 sets of dies. So this really detailed poppy stamp set with the flower stamps in goes along with the painted labels die. So you do have your outline dies that will cut out your leaves and your poppies, but you also get these lovely label shapes, sort of almost little doilies, this like stitched swirly piece just here, So those are really lovely dies to coordinate with that stamp set. So yes, you can cut out these poppies, but you've also got the coordinating labels and backgrounds and things to go with it. And then you get the Peaceful Moments, which is a sentiment set. So some really nice sentiments there. These are the moments we'll look back on with joy, wishing you every happiness, etc. And this goes with the Poppy Moments dies. Now these are the really detailed poppy dies, and as you can see, I've not even taken them out yet to play with them, but you've got like your background. You can cut a background colour out of here, you can cut this to sit on the top to layer it up, you've got your leaves, you've got this little bunch of poppies here, you've got your centerpiece here that you die cut out of black, you've got your leaves. So really beautiful, and again, already I am seeing some stunning things being created with these. So this whole suite I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on, and I've got other things out of the suite still in my box, but that is the poppy suite. So you get the detailed stamp, image stamp with the more backgroundy type labels and things die, and then you get the sentiment stamp with the really detailed poppy dies. So altogether that suite makes a fabulous collection, and one I think we're all going to want. So let's have a look. I'm transferring from one box to a smaller bag, and my smaller bag is overladen. Look at these little ladybug. Aren't they absolutely stunning? Again, I think everybody's going to be wanting this one. Oh, Wendy, your kitty's not very well. My dog's not very well. It's not nice, is it? Don't like it when our fur babies are poorly. This little ladybug is something new that they're doing this year that they've not done before. And it is a celebration host set. So this set, once you get into celebration, you would need to have a like a baseline spend, and I can't think off the top of my head what it is, but it's a bit more than a standard host set. So you can host a party and have this as part of your stamping rewards, or you can obviously if you put in a big order, then you can have it as part of your stamping rewards. But we were able to buy it up front, because so that we could get ready to create things to tempt you with, and if you are a demonstrator, you will be able to buy it on pre-order at the beginning of December. So there's another reason why you want to sign up if you haven't already, just to get your hands on this little ladybug set, because it is very cute. I've got a couple of embossing folders here. This one is the Coastal Weave 3D embossing folder, and that picture there really doesn't do it any justice. It's really lovely, and when you get playing with it. And this is the one that goes with the Parisian suite, and that is stunning. Look at that. That's a 3D embossing folder. That one's going to get a lot of use, I think. I do love embossing folders for just adding that little bit of something. So the other thing I've got in my box is papers and embellishments and prettiness. So let's have a little look at some of the papers. Now the one I have opened is the poppy one. It is just stunning. So this again goes with that gorgeous poppy suite, and the papers in here are just absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Look at that one. You could cut those ones out, can't you, and use them. That really lovely red just there, you could die cut some of those poppies out of that. Beautiful sort of watercolours. I apologise, these images are upside down really, aren't they? Let's turn them round. Look at that one. Isn't that beautiful, with this green stripe there and this lovely poppy watercolour wash there, with this sort of pool party background on that side. They just are beautiful. So that's the poppy ones that go with the poppy suite, with those gorgeous stamps and dies. Not opened this one yet. This is the set of papers, so a 6x6 stack, that goes with the dressed to impressed, so all those handbags and lipsticks. So yeah, you've got perfumes and handbags, a nice sort of watercolour wash effect. Look at all those shoes, spots and dots and flowers. It's a nice one, isn't it? These are going to be perfect for girly cards. There's all your makeup there. But I really like the fact that you've got sort of really nice flowers. They've almost got sort of a really lovely floral one on one side, and your girly embellishments on the other. So that's a really nice set. So have some plans to do a class with that little suite of things. This is the paper that goes with the tropics, and again I've not opened it up yet. See how busy was I that I haven't even got round to doing this week. So this is the tropics paper, so palm trees, look at that, isn't that beautiful? Pineapples, look at those bananas, that's really lovely, isn't it? Got flamingos on there and the leaves here. Just how beautiful are these papers. Hi Megan. That's nice, isn't it? That sort of almost, not quite Hessian, but that sort of background. But I really like this with the cars. Makes such a nice easy mail card. And then these beautiful bright hibiscus blooms on the front here. So those are really lovely summery papers. Real touch of Hawaii, which of course was what people achieved last year to go on the trip to Maui. I'm sure that they will be really loving those papers, and for those of us that didn't make it, we get a bit of a touch of a Hawaii with these. These are a celebration set of papers, and they go with this lily pad, and they just are really rather stunning, aren't they? Quite reminiscent of the papers in the annual catalogue, the Monet-ish papers, but just, oh, look at that one, that's very funky, isn't it? Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So that is a celebration item, those papers. And we have the Parisian papers. Let's open these up. Now these ones are specialty paper. I don't know whether you're catching that. Champagne foiled Eiffel Towers you've got there. Just lovely. Keys. And fleur-de-lis. Some more champagne foils in the centre of those blossoms. Just a really pretty petal pink pattern on the back there. Oh, look at the foiling on that, that's rather beautiful. Just really lovely. Be lovely for wedding cards. Some postal marks on there. A bit more foiling, so that one's like a script background, but a foiled script, that's really pretty. And just another really subtle print on the back there, so those are really pretty. It's going to be lovely, say Valentine's, weddings, wedding anniversaries, engagements, any of those sorts of occasions, those would be beautiful for. These were the papers I had as a all attendee giveaway at On Stage. I think we did flick through these the other day. These golf, we've got the images that you can colour in, as well as all the fabulous checks and argyles and golfing images. And there are stamp sets and dies and things that go with that, but that wasn't one that I ordered. It's part of my project premiere. I don't have any golfers in the family. These champagne rhinestones are just beautiful. I couldn't wait to get my hands on those. So we've got champagne rhinestones, we've got some fabulous tassels, We've got some, what do they call this, braided burlap trim. So it's really sort of like a burlap ribbon, but much narrower, and that braided effect. It's really pretty champagne foil and petal pink ribbon that goes with the Parisian suite. This I think we're going to use a lot. It is a whisper white seam binding, crinkle seam binding, but obviously seam binding, white seam binding like that, you can colour any colour you want to. So with your blends, with your inks, you can stamp onto it. We did that for one of our make and takes. Just so useful. What else have we got here? We've got some sheer linen ribbon, some mint macaron sheer linen ribbon. I really loved this. This is also out of the suite that has the golf things in. So you've got a set of 4 coloured twines there, and I do love twine, so that's really useful. Some gorgeous sequins to go with that poppy suite, and they are actually poppy. Can I open them without sending them flying? Oh, we've sent a few flying, but you do actually get flower shapes in there, so they are a really substantial sequin. They're quite a chunky sequin, and they have quite a bit of dimension to them. They're really pretty, and I'll gather up any that I've lost in a little while. They're sticking to me. Oh, come on, little sequins. Just pop you in that bag for now. And we did scatter quite a few, didn't we? They're really lovely. As I say, they are sort of a shaped, almost faceted sequin. They, with different floral shapes and all sorts in there. So they're really lovely. So that's our ribbons. We have some more little trinkets here, and these are sort of more the metallic trinkets, a bit like the bird ballad ones, but these ones are tropical ones. So we have little hibiscus flowers, pineapples, your little guitars. They're really lovely, aren't they? So that's to go with your tropical cards. A pack of Memory and More cards. Now I have just opened these up just to have a quick flick, just because they are just stunning. Look at those. They really are lovely. So plans for classes going forward using those. We did a lovely online class, which I'm going to share with you in a minute. Some of the things that we did on our online class using the Christmas Memory and More cards. I think we may do an online class using these ones as well. And then last but not least is these little poppy elements. Now these are the sort of things that in the catalogue don't really look like anything very much at all. So you need to see them almost in real life. So you've got these pop out poppy elements here, popping out poppies. You've got these black embossed elements that you can sit your poppies on, or you can have going alongside your poppies. These are embossed vellum, so you can do all sorts of things, colour those with your blends, watercolour pencils. So there's 2 sheets of the watercolour vellum, 2 sheets, yeah. And then these are actually pop out, and these again are embossed. Can you see that? But they're embossed onto watercolour card, so just ready for you to add your colour to, your colour washes, your sprinkles, whatever you want to add to them. So a really lovely set of elements, and one that I think that unless you can see it and get your hands on it in real life, really doesn't look anything in the catalogue, but is really stunning. They're really lovely. These are really quite glossy, good chunky card. They're really substantial. So that's the little poppy elements. Oh my goodness me, lots there to play with. And I did actually treat myself to, I've remembered to add some black dimensionals to my order. I've been looking at those ever since they came out in the Christmas catalogue, and I haven't got around to ordering any, but so I did order these. These aren't pre-order, you can get these now. black dimensionals, and you get 2 sheets of the big ones, 2 sheets of the mini ones. Really useful if you're doing dark card. I don't know yet whether they're carrying over, but yep, I've got my hands on some. I've actually remembered. Right, so having gone through that quickly, tempted your taste buds for what's to come, let's come back to what we can get our hands on now. And my product of the week this week is going to be this Night Before Christmas suite. And I have, oh Angie, it'll soon be here. Keep saving, because it is really beautiful. This catalogue has been aimed at those of us who want everything. And guess what? We want everything. No surprise there then. There wasn't very much in it that I felt that I could live without, really. So the Night Before Christmas suite. A really lovely little suite that has a stamp set, dies, some ribbon, paper, and I'll look at that with you, and some memory and more cards. The really lovely thing about this suite, as we get sort of towards the last week of November heading into December, for any of us that are looking and thinking, I've still got 50 cards to make. This is the sort of suite that really, really can help you out with that dilemma. So let's have a little look at what we've got. We have got some of this really gorgeous cherry cobbler striped ribbon. So cherry cobbler and very vanilla striped ribbon. Really quite striking. Lovely addition to the ribbon collection. I'm going to move, I've got a couple of card samples there. Let me move those out of the way. You also get some memory and more cards. Now I've only got a few left, because as I said, we did do an online class with these, so I still have some left, but this pack you had quite a few repeats, so whereas you only get 2 cards of everything in most memory and more packs, with this one you got 4, and that makes it really useful if you want to do sort of mass card making. I mean, that Christmas tree, for instance, you wouldn't need very much to add to that to be able to make that into a really cute card. And that one, got spots on there, you've got your letters there, you've got a nice warmest wishes, a nice greeting that you need some fancy paper behind it. So jingle all the way, you could put one of those little jingly bells on. You get a lot of sheets of stickers, some of mine have been used. Happy, everything, merry always. It's a Christmas tree, got a nice big one there with the ho ho ho. Nice holly leaves to Santa. Have a holly jolly Christmas. So as I say, a lot of my cards have been used. I love that one, and there's Father Christmas on the back there, look. Have been used in the class that I did, but I do still have some left. So you get a whole bundle of these cards, which are fabulous if you want to, after Christmas, put together memories and more, some memories and more pouches with all of your Christmas photographs. They're fabulous just to slip in. What you can do is you can order a pack now, and then when you get to the and lay them out, so have one for each day. Make sure you take a photo and a bit of journaling to go with each card. You could perhaps peg them all up on a line. So there's your, peg them all up on a line with your numbers, perhaps create some numbers 1 to 24 with your card pegged up on a line. Each day add a photo and a bit of journaling to it. At the end of your Advent season, you can bring it all together and just slip them all into pockets, and you've instantly got your Christmas memory book put to one side, and you can plan to do something with the children or the cat or whoever over that Christmas period, or just yourself. Here's me eating a mince pie, here's me visiting Father Christmas at the store, whatever it is. So that's a really nice way of using your memory and more cards. So you've got your memory and more cards and stickers and things. You can get a pack of cards and envelopes. So here's the envelopes, nice stripe round that is obviously sort of, you know, reminiscent almost of that ribbon. And then you get these card fronts that have got these stars on. Now the bigger memory and more cards will pretty well cover just giving a bit of a border. That whole card, so you've just got this bit of a border around, Memory and More card in the middle, a bit of stamping in there. Let's turn it around that way. That's it. A stamped greeting in the middle there. Voila, you've got a card. The smaller Memory and More cards, you can equally make up a nice easy card, but that fits in the middle of that star shape. So there we are. You might want to add in a bit of ribbon, perhaps a couple of your stickers, and away you go. There's a jingle all the way. Let's turn that round. You could even trim it down a little bit and put another colour behind it. But you can see that very easily you can be using your cards and envelopes and your Memory and More cards to create some really quick and easy cards. The DSP that goes with this pack, again, I've used quite a lot of it. So I've got little elements left, but it's really lovely because this, again, it's got sort of these lovely patterns on. There's trees and holly, hats, lovely sort of background patterns, more little trees, more envelopes. You could cut those out, fussy cut them. There's presents, you can fussy cut those, and stockings. Nice Father Christmas flying through the sky scenes, reindeer, gorgeous stripes. So really lovely paper, really bright, jolly paper. You've got cookies and hot chocolate on that paper. So really great stuff. And again, really lends itself to nice and easy cards. Let me give you a quick flick of some of the things we did. So as I say, I did an online class with this, an online Facebook class. So everybody had a kit that included the Memory and More cards, Memory and More card pack, the Memory and More cards and envelope. So they had half a pack of those, a full pack of the cards and envelopes, a half pack of paper if I remember right, some of the ribbon. I can't think whether there was anything else in the kit. And lots of cardstock, so they had coordinating cardstock as well. So everybody had their kit, and then on the day we got together on Facebook and we made, it was only a 2-hour class, and we made all of this. Megan, I know that feeling. So we've got some tags, so a lot of this was used just using paper and stickers. So there's a set of 6 tags there. We made up, I think it was 9 cards. That's just got some of the shimmery 3D effect on it. Tree. There's Father Christmas. Jingle all the way. So you can see how you can, as I say, this was a 2-hour class and we made 9 cards, 6 tags, and we didn't quite get round to finishing this, but I was able to show them what I'd done with this so that they could make one of themselves. That's a little memory book using the Memory and More cards and the envelopes to make the actual book. And then you've got your little cards tucked inside that you can add photos to and journaling to and all of those sorts of things as a little memory book for Christmas. So that was what we made during our Facebook Live class. And I'm hoping to do a class similar to that for that beautiful tropical Memory and More pack in the new year. So I need to I've got dates and things to sort out and advertise for those. So that's showing you how you can make some really quick and easy cards, but it doesn't have to just be quick and easy. This is a card that we made at a technique class on Friday. So here we have, may the magic of Christmas reach you this year. And if we pull up our slider, Father Christmas magically appears in all his glorious technicolour. So a magic slider card using Father Christmas and the stockings and the presents, little jingly bell, so he jingles all the way. So yes, so quick and simple, but also a bit more advanced. So what else do you get in this bundle? So we've got all our papers, but obviously we also get stamps and dies. So the stamp that we get is Holly Jolly Christmas, and here's this very holly jolly Father Christmas down here. I do tend to be very fussy about my Father Christmases, but he passed muster. He's very lovely, and you get presents and stockings and these little trees and some really nice greetings with that. And then with the die set that goes with it, you can die cut Father Christmas, you can die cut your stockings and your presents, which are just there, but you also then get this large die that is a silhouette of Father Christmas and the reindeer flying through the sky. Get this little label, and then this is To Be Jolly, and this is 'Tis the Season. So obviously you can have 'Tis the Season, to be jolly. And again, this can make up some really quick cards, just, you know, 'Tis the season to be jolly, silhouette of Father Christmas onto a bit of paper behind it, or a bit of sponged card or something, and voila, you have a really quick card. Right, and what I'm hoping that we're going to be able to do is whiz through and actually create a couple. I'm going to aim for a couple of quick cards this morning, because there are lots of samples in here. So there's the sample on at the front with the bundle index, which is just here, and that is using, and I see 'Tis the Season to be Jolly. They've done a bit of sort of ombre effect and then cut that out of that. I think you've got some presents peeking out the side, and then in the background there's all trees and things stamped. So that's a 'Tis the Season to be Jolly card there. But if we click back to where the sweet is just here, you can see that there's lots and lots. That's it, Angie, you go for it. Lots and lots of samples. There's the stamp set coloured out and die cut with lots of presents. Got the brick embossing folder in the background there. 'Tis the Season. And these are using the cards, some of the paper. There's that silhouette of Father Christmas and his reindeer flying above the trees. Got some more here, simple ones using the maybe more bit of packaging. So lots and lots of samples to inspire you in the catalogue. So we're going to have a go at a couple of really quick and easy ones. One is this card just here, and one is this card just here. So let's see how quickly we can make up a couple of cards. Okay, so I've got a piece of this paper just here. Look, and you've got this paper here that already looks like trees are decoupaged up on it, and lots of printing and all of those sorts of things. So all we're going to do is we're going to take our trimmer. I have actually cut a card base somewhere here. So it measures, it's a standard card base, so for this one it's measuring 14.9 by 10.5 centimetres. Obviously make your standard card bases to fit wherever you are. So we're going to trim this paper at 10 centimetres wide, and we want it 14.4. So I think I'm going to trim the bit off the top rather than off the bottom. So that then will fit on there. So already we've got a really nice Christmas card. So let's see, can I spot? My snail? Yes, use my hand sticking across the front of the screen. So let's just lay down our paper. I'm going to take that punch and some Poppy Parade and some Cherry Cobbler ink, and from the stamp set I'm going to take the greeting that says, "May the magic of Christmas reach you this year." I love that. It was particularly appropriate on our magic slider card, I thought. So what I'm going to do with this, I need a bit of white card, just there, and I'm actually going to ink this up with Poppy Parade ink. And then I'm going to open up my cherry cobbler ink and I'm going to rock and roll it round the edge. Oh, got lots of ink around the edge of that one, but that's okay. So what you get, I don't know how well that's going to show up, is you get sort of almost like this two-tone effect. So the Poppy Parade in the middle and the cherry cobbler on the outside. So you get like a two-tone effect stamp. You've put a bit more cherry cobbler on it than we needed to do, but that's okay. That's the general idea. That's a rock and roll technique. Let me just nip that bit off just there. Oh, now I've spotted my scissors. And we'll pop that in the punch and line it up. Come down a smidge, about like that. There we go. Two-tone stamping using the rock and roll technique. So then all we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of this paper and a little bit of this paper. So let's bring in our trimmer, and I think, how wide is our label? Our label measures 4 centimetres wide. So I think we're going to, let's try 6. We can always trim it down a bit more. And 6 and 3. Oh, that wiggled. Yep, 6 and 3 there. And then this one, I'm going to cut a strip that's about 1 centimetre wide. And let's make it about 8 centimetres, and that's going to lie under there. So just a couple of different papers that we're going to add on to here. So let's lay these down. Got the nice sort of fairy lights on the underside of that. This one has got the envelopes on the back. We'll lay that one across there, and then I think we'll just take some dimensionals and lift our greeting up. So there's a Christmas card. Very quick and easy. Voila! May the magic of Christmas reach you this year. So there's another nice, quick and easy card. So let's put that one to one side. And then let's bring in another piece of paper and another card base. So this time we're going to have a go. Move these pens out the way. We're going to want those in just a second. There's our card base, ink pad, piece of white card. Okay, so this time I've got a pretty peacock card base, and we're going to have it in landscape orientation this time. So let's cut our paper again just to sit on the top of there. So we're going to need it 10 centimetres deep that way by 14.4 this way, wanting to ensure that my candy canes are going the right way. So there we are, that will be our paper onto our card base like that. I really love that paper, it's lovely, isn't it? Really vibrant with those Poppy Parade candy canes popping out of that pretty peacock. Nearly didn't say that. I've actually already die cut a stitched vellum circle that's going to go on there. I've also cut a little bit of green, just a strip of old olive cardstock, and I'm going to trim that down a little bit to because the other thing I've got is this little greeting, and they're sort of going to lay around about like that, and we're going to need to have this piece of old olive. I'll snip it there. I might need to snip it again in a minute, but that's going to be about right. Okay, so we've got our stitched label, our stitched vellum circle, our stitched label ready for our greeting to go on, and we've got our piece of old olive. Let's now stamp some stockings. Now stockings are quite interesting because they come as one stamp, so you get all 3 stockings on one stamp, but the dies are actually individual, so it's just one stocking die, so you can choose to cut out which one you like or none of them at all. We're going to go for this stripy one just here, and this one with the Christmas tree on just here. And what I want is I want the Christmas tree one out of some very vanilla cardstock. I'm going to get my Memento ink pad because we're going to do some colouring with some blends, so we need a Memento ink pad. I'm just going to ink up, it's going to go over a little bit, but I'm just going to ink up that end stocking for now. And stamp that onto some very vanilla cardstock. And then I actually want the stripy one in the middle. So again, I'm sure it's going to go over some of the others, but let's get our scrap of white card out. And we just want that stripy one just there. Okay. Ooh. Let's pop the lids on those, and then let's bring in our die cutting machine. It's looking very well loved, but that's because it is very well loved. And our stocking die, here we are. Let's line up our stocking just there. Ooh, that wiggled. Should perhaps have my magnetic base plate on. And run that through. We have one very vanilla stocking, and then let's take our Whisper White card and our, could have done all of these on Whisper White or very vanilla, but just wanted a bit of variation. Variety is the spice of life, they say, don't they? So let's just run that back through, scattering everything everywhere. There we go. Pop the die back on the magnetic sheet so I don't lose it. Okay, let's move this out of the way. So we have our 2 stockings there. There's our lovely card base, there it is. We have our 2 stockings. So right, we're going to colour these in. So I've got a variety of Poppy Parades and Cherry Cobbler and Old Olive, some Pretty Peacock and some Mossy Meadow blends just there. So let's go in, let's do our tree in the middle there with some Old Olive, I think. I'm going to put a bit of the dark around the edge. Let's go in with the light Old Olive and fill him in. And then Poppy Parade. This is the dark Poppy Parade, so I'm just going to go around the edge with dark Poppy Parade. And bring that in a little bit, I think. And then we're going to take some the light Cherry Cobbler and go around the very edge there, just to add in a bit of darker shading again around the toe. And then we'll take the light Poppy Parade and we'll bring all of that together, blending all those colours in. I'll come back to that stocking in a minute. Let's have a little look at our other stocking, and for this stocking I think we're going to come around the edge of the top. Hi Glenda. Again round this toe with the dark Mossy Meadow. Let's bring that in a bit more at the top there, and then light Mossy Meadow all over the top and blending it in to sort of really work the 2 colours together. And as the alcohol sort of soaks the paper, they then start to blend together. And then we're going to do some, I think some Pretty Peacock and Old Olive stripes. Obviously you can make your colouring as easy or as complicated as you like. There we go. And then I'm just going to grab my watercolour pencils and just going to add in a little bit of shading into the sort of background of this stocking using the brown and the yellow. just to give it a little bit more dimension. Let's grab a blender pen and just drag that colour out a little bit. Okay, just gives it sort of a bit more of a Hessian feel. Right, where's my other stocking on? Ah, there it is. Okay, let's pop those pencils to one side. Let's gather up all of these pens. Here I've got a pretty peacock ink pad, and I'm going to grab the stamp that says Believe, because obviously, oh, sorry, making a shake. Obviously it's the time of the year when we should be believing. That's a very mucky block. Now I've rock and rolled. Let's take off some of that excess red ink. Still looking a little pink, but I've turned it over. Okay, so I'm going to ink up my Believe stamp. Hope I've not got too much cherry cobbler ink on my fingers. And we want our Believe to come about there, I think, on our label. So we have our card base, we have our stitched label, our stitched circle of vellum, and we have our two little stockings. Right, so what I'm going to do, I need to stick down my vellum, so I'm just going to put a little line of glue just there, which is where I know that label and things is going to go. I'm going to stick down our label over the top. Like that. Then we'll take our strip of old olive card and we'll, oh, that's wonky, isn't it? That's a bit of a drunken Believe. That's a bit better. We'll stick that over the top there. And then we've got our two stockings. So this one that I'm going to put at the back here, I'm going to stick down flat like this, and then this one I'm going to raise up with some dimensionals. Look at that beautiful colour soaked through the back there. That's what you want to see, which is why you never do colouring with stamping blends and things on your best dining table. We're going to stick that stocking like here, and then we're going to find somewhere. I had on standby, yes, some of the sticker sheets, and what I want out of this sticker sheet is this candy cane and this candy cane, and we're going to tuck those underneath our stocking. So they're coming out like that. There we go. So there's a second relatively quick and easy Christmas card. That's not bad. So in under an hour you've had a I've shown you lots of cards I've already made. We've created 2 cards, and I've managed to show you my product premiere pre-order. Not bad going. So just to prove that actually if you're needing to make quick and easy Christmas cards, then this is the bundle for you. Get your hands on those Memory and More cards, that paper, and the stamp set and dies are just beautiful as well, and you can do all sorts of different colouring techniques and things with them. Excellent. Good plan, Angie. So yes, so that was good fun. I'm ready now for another cup of tea and some breakfast, and to get cracking with the day. I need to find somewhere for my all my lovely new goodies to live. All good fun. And I will be back and see you on Thursday, when we'll be playing with some more of this holly jolly Father Christmas and his accessories. So see you then.